everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's Elements Patriots going up against Browns Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They met here on the opening Thursday of 2015, and they're at it again here. The Steelers and Pats are underway. On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up in an offset eye. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Against the Cowboys, Bell 57 on the ground, 77 through the air, and a touchdown in each department.
His versatility is so good and so strong. It's a lesson for running backs everywhere. Yeah, of course you want to carry the ball. That's your number one thing. But the ability to split out, catch passes, hurt a defense that way allows you to pile up numbers to help your team.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run the option left. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Blount, the lone running back. Now Brady. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. The Steelers, they get ready to roll again on offense. And they're reeling. They're on a 4-game losing streak, Charles. They were 4-1. Now 4-5. What do you make of the Steelers at this point?
Well, some of it comes down to health. Remember, Big Ben missed a game when he got hurt against Miami, and then they had an open week, and so he only missed the one game and came back. But his timing was off a little bit with his receivers in the next game that he played. But overall, take a look at the schedule. All right, New England was one of the losses. Dallas was one of the losses. Those are two of the better teams in the league. The ones they might regret a little bit, Miami and Baltimore. But both of those teams are playing much better in recent weeks.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still little work to do on third and goal. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught one pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense. If he can get open, you know his quarterback will find him.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's third and goal. Play clock winding down. They go end around. This is Wheaton. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long fourth and goal.
Now, that was a pretty unconventional play call there on third and goal. You hate to take a chance of something going wrong and turning the ball over. And now it's looking like they're going to have to settle for 3.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
3 touchdowns in Week 10 for Blount. He now has 12 on the season, Charles, with still 7 games to play.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise because when you're talking about short yardage, goal line running, LeGarrette Blount is your prototypical guy. Built solidly, runs low, runs with force, runs behind his pads, as they like to say, and truly has a nose for the end zone. Rarely is he denied.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Have we yet met a receiver that wasn't excited about getting a chance to play with Tom Brady?
Absolutely not.
And Martellus Bennett bringing his considerable skills to New England now. Going to hook up with Mr. Brady for another completion here.
Yeah, 90 catches a couple years ago in Chicago, 53 last year for Bennett. And with Gronkowski, the buzz after the Seahawks game was that fourth down fade pattern. Was it the right call? Did Cam Chancellor hold? What did you see?
I have a lot of people that I work with that go crazy whenever they see a fade ball. They're like, that play never works. But I don't believe that to be true. I think that it's a very effective play when run correctly. And the problem that they had on that play, Gronk was being defended by Cam Chancellor, who was also a big body safety. They're like 2 mastodons in the end zone. I was glad that there was no flag. Let them work it out themselves. Incomplete.
On first down, Brady sets up the screen to Lewis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll give the Patriots a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
I'm not sure if there's been a better tandem than Brady to Gronk for the last half-decade, so it can be a surprise when they don't hook up and a downright shock when a ball's intercepted. But that is great instincts here defensively to come away with the football.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Again, it's Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
All right, here we go.
Now Mettenberger. A screen to Bell. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Time to step aside. Back to Heinz Field after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try again with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Boswell's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down now after the incompletion. Brady to throw on second down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. It's an 8-yard pickup, and Julian Edelman fell just shy of 100 yards, 99 in Week 10.
Good friend of mine who analyzes the draft always likes to use the term quicker than fast, and Julian Edelman fits that description. But I think he's become faster because of the tight ends that New England has. When you're running Martellus Bennett and Rob Gronkowski downfield and having those big targets for Tom Brady to throw to, all of a sudden, the little guy looks faster when he gets downfield, and Julian Edelman makes the most of that situation.
Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 4th down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Brady now on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Brady now to throw. He's got time. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume.
Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a 2-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance. Who's in a bedroom? Who's in a brand new cuneiform? Barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and bee in a clot. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction. A missing, a push, and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin. Look, pinhead kids at a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with a lotion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Yeah, I never played fair, so tell me what. Did we build it?
Yeah.
Do we own it?
Yeah.
We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to AM and Sally, the young guards, all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know all the we gotta overcome? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way.
Would rather be me.
Do work all day.
We don't see defeat.
Can we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run a full court, make it stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of the that we overcome. Do you know we gotta overcome? We bow down to none. I wanna hail out all my day ones. Time really does fly when you're having fun, but the party don't stop till we staring down the sun.
Try to shut us down. We'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. Kick it! Kick it! If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Brady's Patriots going up against Palmer's Cardinals. So let's send you out to the Valley of the Sun as we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49. And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Arizona Cardinals. the first time with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Johnson obviously having a great year, Charles, but 55 yards in Week 10 rushing-wise. Did score 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing, but those rushing yards a little lower than what we've come to expect.
I think that also shows just how competitive the NFL is, because San Francisco's got the number 32 rush defense. That's last in the NFL. So I'm sure David Johnson, the offensive line of Arizona, thought, boy, this is a good week to stack up some big numbers. It didn't happen because even though they're the 32nd ranked team, they still have a lot of pride, and they played hard.
The play clock's running down. Here's Palmer to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive. Pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So out now come the Cardinals. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a cutback left and a crease here. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 58 yards. Time running out here on the play clock. Andre Ellington, his first carry. A gain of 3, second down. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go, let's go. Sally 19, Sally 19. Regular.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run again with Blunt. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the stop, Kevin Minter. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either. Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside. And I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness. That's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. As the offensive starters pop up on your screen, Charles, let me ask you, Chris Hogan, what does he bring to this offense?
A guy that you look at and really don't circle in your game plan. If there's other guys that you look at, then you realize this guy can do damage. Finds his way open on almost every snap.
3 down, these two. Wait, 20, 35. Wait.
Brady gives now to Blunt. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And here is the Cardinal defense.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
Brady, and he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many because once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career. And it's evident when you see that.
Saying something.
That's saying something right there. But he's earned it. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Brady going to throw, eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
All right, now, blue 58. Blue 58. Mirror, mirror, mirror.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Shane McClellan coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down.
Get ready. Zebra. Sally 19. Sally 19.
Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Finding time. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Drew Butler in punt formation. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And he fields it cleanly. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Well, Charles, we had one of the best innings, if not the best of the season in Week 10. Will Parks of the Broncos returning that block kick down the sideline. White cleat, white sideline. Did he step out? Hard to tell.
Before I even get to that answer, you know what it reminds me of? A hockey player told me a long time ago, you never wrap your stick with white tape because then the goalie can find the puck a lot easier. Wrap it with black tape to try and hide it a little bit. We're talking about a white shoe on a white sideline. Hard to tell whether he did or didn't. And since the call on the field was he didn't, it had to stand. So that made it really work out well. So if you're going to play, white cleats might be the way to go. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. Well, against the 49ers, a couple of Cardinals had their first 100-yard games on the season. Larry Fitzgerald did it, and Michael Floyd, who just had the catch, he did it as well.
And head coach of the Cardinals, Bruce Arians, has got to be thinking it's about time, because that's what he envisioned when he took Larry Fitzgerald and said, I'm going to move you from outside receiver into the slot and move Michael Floyd into your position. Because the two of you together, that could be a heck of a lineup right there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2 Patriots there to bring him down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
Right now,
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. It's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, well, really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now. But Fitzgerald, gosh, 3rd overall pick back in 04.
Yeah, how about that? Remember Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner? He's finally found a real home in Arizona.
They'll try the end around with Floyd. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Blue 95. Blue 95. Sally 19. Sally 19.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And 4th down coming up. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Wait 20.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frosty Rucker in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Wait 20.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd and long, it's Brady being chased out left. And now he'll let into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Zebra. Get ready. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
On 2nd down, Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. John Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Danny Amendola on the return. Fighting through. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Wait 20!
They'll begin here with Blunt. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Brady going to throw. And right side caught. Hogan. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Again, here's Blunt. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, what I'm seeing in this game so far, an offensive line that's establishing themselves well on the line of scrimmage, and they feel like they can keep pounding and pounding throughout this game in order to win.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. And let's look back on Week 10 for a second. What a slate of games. Seattle, New England, Dallas, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Denver. What was your game of the week, partner?
Well, my game of the week was Seattle at New England. Seattle coming off of the Monday Nighter, going on the road, getting it done at New England, who hardly ever loses at home. And it was a Super Bowl rematch. I love Dallas-Pittsburgh, a great game. Absolutely incredible finish in New Orleans. But how about Kansas City come from 17 down to beat Carolina?
That was a heck of a game as well. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Here we go. 18.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here we go. Zebra. Regular. Let's go. Blue 95.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. And, Charles, I got to tell the story of our production meeting the other day. The guys were discussing MVP candidates, and you jumped in and said, hey, we need a collective MVP, the Dallas Cowboys O-line.
And I'm just glad the table supported me when I jumped up on it because this Dallas offensive line fires me up. Travis Frederick at center, Ronald Leary at left guard, Zach Martin at right guard, Doug Free at right tackle, Tyron Smith at left tackle. They're as good as it is in the league. I think they're the best in the league, clearly. They should be in consideration for the MVP.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
All right now, blue 58.
On 3rd down, Palmer out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Blue 58. Regular. Mirror.
On the ground, Ellington. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Sally 19. All right now, wide 18. Sally 19. Mirror.
Play clock winding down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Right now, blue 58. Sally 19.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Now they'll throw it with Palmer. Flushed out right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Now Johnson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Second and goal from the 7 to Johnson again. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Sally 19. Sally 19. Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Mirror, 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 mirror. 95. Blue, 95.
They'll run the option left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Brady now on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. Steps away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Palmer gives to Johnson. Muscles him off. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Let's go. Regular. Regular.
Well, now they'll try the end around. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turning. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Just a bunch of poor boys.